Welcome to Wild Trout Man, featuring the art, science, adventure, and zen experience of fly fishing. Long live cold, clean water. Long live wild trout. Please help preserve this precious natural resource, and please subscribe to support the channel. Thank you, and enjoy this episode from Wild Trout Man.
We need to be careful how farming and agriculture affects our waterways. Sediment, fertilizers, and pesticides all kill macroinvertebrates, which are the main food source for wild trout. And we need to stop stocking over Class A wild trout streams. Wild trout don't need the added competition from stock trout and the meat-hungry fishermen that chase the hatchery truck. Long live the Wild Trout Experience, which I will take you on today.
Welcome to Wild Trout Man. Gorgeous day to be out. It's a warm day. We got some hot weather moved in. We had a lot of rain this spring, so I'm expecting the flows to be good and the temperature to be respectable as well. We'll monitor that. We'll take a stream temp and make sure that's all good. I fished the stream once last year. It's brown trout water. I was talking about brown trout the entire trip. And it was low conditions last year when we had very little rain, tough conditions. I ended up catching an absolutely amazing native brookie while I'm talking about brown trout the entire time. Let's go fishing. Glad you're here. Glad you're along for the ride as always. Thank you for your support. Let's go get some wild trout. Got that symphony of birds going on, which you're here to catch some wild trout, but you got the beauty of everything else. You got the beauty of everything else that's going on. Lush ferns again, they're always magical. We'll probably run into some pines. Look at the light coming through here right now. Wow, just spectacular. Look at that. If we could catch a wild trout to add to this moment, that's a good day. Some good looking water down there. I think I hiked past where I caught that really beautiful brookie last time. Again, fishing it downstream. So I'm just gonna walk down further. I can't wait to get in the creek though to cool off. And then, as always, fishing it upstream is a heck of a lot better if you're doing like a dry dropper, which I might be doing, or what I caught that big brookie on was a yellow stonefly. I was just like jigging it in this deeper hole, and I was surprised catching that brookie in that manner, in that hole. So I believe I got past that, and just continue walking down. Got some really nice water here, and I'm gonna go down as far as I can before I gotta jump in and cool down and take a dip. I do like the protection that your waders give you when it comes to ticks. Certainly helps prevent getting ticks on you, and also possibly from a rattlesnake bite. I'm not 100% sure, but if your leg is not right next to the boot, the outer part of the boot, that fang may miss hitting your leg, perhaps. I don't know. I feel a little more safe. Last thing you want to do is step on one, but if you're making noise coming through the woods here, usually that rattle will certainly startle you as you're startling it walking through here. There's a nice gorge here. Not much sun getting down there at all to the stream, so that's keeping that water temperature down. All right, I've been walking for quite a while. Gnats are flying all around, as you can see there. I got a nice spot to get down the side of the mountain here. It doesn't look exceptionally fishy. It looks reasonably fishy. I was hoping to find a little spectacular hole to start at, and let's just go down. We got a way to get down. You know what? We're gonna go around the bend here. Around one more time around the bend. Let's see what we got, and then we'll start. All right, we'll go down here. Hopefully upright. A waiting staff would be nice right about here. Or a trekking pole. Hopefully it's a nice run. A little bit of depth. Might try it at that stonefly that I got that big brookie on last time. Wow. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. That looks decent. That looks very good. Let's go down and fish that. Those big slices of rock came down the mountain there. It's a good place to start. Looks like some Wild Trout Man water. of the ferns here. Awesome. Always, what's around the next bend? You gotta stop somewhere. That's very nice right there. It's in the sun, but wow. I'm gonna stay away from the stream and then start fishing up. Rule number one, they can't see you. They see you, you spook them. Everything's for naught. All right, we're gonna start here. I'm gonna change my leader. This is a 9-foot 5X. Let's go with this leader here. Oh, it's time for a drink. Oh man. I'm gonna dispose of my old leader in the pack here. Don't leave this stuff laying around out here. Some animal gets stuck in there and have a miserable life as a result. If these fish are looking up to the surface, that'd be pretty cool. I think I'm gonna put on a dry fly. We had our Stanley Cooper Trout Unlimited adult fly fishing camp in conjunction with the Pennsylvania Fish Commission. Came back with an elk hair caddis, teaching one of the students. I still had it on me when we left, so I'm gonna put this fly on. We worked hard yesterday. This fly might bring some good luck today. Had over 20 students, it was amazing. Yeah, Francis Slocum, Alan Treffler from PA Fish and Boat was leading the camp, and very successful. We signed up some new members to our Trout Unlimited group, so very good stuff. This elk hair caddis imitates lots of bugs, so not just a caddis per se. Elk hair caddis. Let's go catch some wild trout. From the cast. Ooh, 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 ha 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 ha. It went subsurface. Oh, I lost him. The fly went under, and I was retrieving it like it was an insect coming to the surface. And that trout came and hit it. He didn't hit it up top. He hit it below the surface. First pool had a trout on after a bunch of casts with the dry fly. I thought I spooked him. I had a bad first cast, and I was just retrieving it underwater like that. And the fish came and whacked it. Right there. Right at the edge of the rock there. Might have to go dry dropper. Because where that fish came out, I floated over that a number of times. Wow. A number of casts. Got a camera over there somewhere. Where's my camera? How many casts and that trout did not come up for a dry fly? And that was a really beautiful float going by. And it's a beautiful brookie. We're on wild brown water. And this is the second fish I caught in the stream. That's a native brook trout. Good looking fish. Beautiful state fish of Pennsylvania. Look at all the tadpoles down below them. First hole, native brook trout. I had a dry fly float over that hole a number of times. I started the fish to run up top. I was coming back to get my camera, tossed another one right by the rock, had a really nice drift, coming down, and whammo, he came up and hit the dry fly. After that fly went over that water a whole bunch of times, and I had a smaller one on when my fly sank, and I was just retrieving it like an emerger coming to the surface, and Had a brookie come up and hit it then and lost it, but it was a smaller fish. This guy, bam, came up and hit the dry fly. Surprisingly, after so many drifts, nice drifts through there, I thought I had spooked any fish because my first cast, I got stuck. And wow, awesome. On the board with a native brook trout. Here we go. It's a hot day here. 80 degrees, air temp. Let's see what we are stream-wise. 65 stream temp. Still within reason. It's middle of afternoon too. Middle of afternoon, 65 degrees, 80 degree air temp. Let's continue to monitor that. Make sure we're not getting up by 70. 68 degrees, that's getting warm. We're still respectable in the middle of the day here. Just be careful with handling the trout. As you saw probably at the beginning of the video, I'll put in that clip. It was going through some pasture, and there was a herd of cows, man, that weren't too happy when I stopped to take a look at the stream. They were moving out of there, churning up the land, churning up the bank, making a mud storm. You know, not the most productive thing for a trout stream. Cows want to stay cool, you know. Got to find a happy medium there as well. But hey, native brookie, first run. I had a number of dry fly floats that went through there. Had a small guy on when the fly sank and I was bringing it back like an emerger coming to the surface. Bam, a smaller trout hit. Didn't bring it in. I didn't see if it was a brook or a brown. And then I was fishing just above the run and then left a couple of those drifts come down through by the big boulder there. And lo and behold, that trout came up to the surface and hit that elk hair caddis. Very, very nice to get on the board. Woohoo! I walked pretty far downstream. It's gonna be a hike back up to the vehicle, and it's warm. I'm wet wading, sweating up a storm here, even though I got my boots in the water. Feels good to be taking a little bit of a drink here. So we'll continue to work our way upstream. I was going to, since I had that one hit below surface, I was thinking, maybe I should go dry dropper. But we'll continue this elk hair caddis, you know, for the time being, and maybe switch over at some point, depending on how things go. All right, I tied some 6X fluorocarbon off of the 5X leader. Water's crystal clear. It's not really deep. Let's see if this helps out. There's a good cast. Oh, this fast water in front of me was zipping my line downstream too quickly. There's a good spot. Good float there. Gonna go dry dropper. Super Adams beadhead pheasant tail from the dropper box. This is where I stopped to come down and fish because I saw this spot looking really nice. Just trying to keep that line off the water so the fly floats properly. It's a fine line between a really long cast. You got lots of line in the water, so you're getting drag and getting too close and spooking it. Beautiful run here. There's got to be a trout there. Took a number of casts. Oh, I got stuck. Oh, there's definitely a trout here. There's definitely a couple trout here. You know how pretty that is. There we go. Decent fished. Oh, I lost them. Shoot. That was a nice fish on the dry fly. I was just thinking to myself, it's a nice run for a dry dropper right there. That's really nice dry dropper water to get a good float. That fish was hooked and it's not going to hit again. But maybe he's got a buddy. Not very deep there. That was a good fish. Nice little run there by that branch in the water. That's some good cover and nice little feeding lane and a holding area there. Right there, whammo is where he hit. Try not to bounce those rocks around as you're moving here. tough run to get a nice drift. Just keeping that rod tip up, keeping as much line off the water. Trying to keep it on that far bank for my float. Oh, come on, nice float. Nice float, nice float. It's gonna get stuck. That's it. Let's see what we got here. Looks more like dry fly water than dry dropper. Beautiful cast. That probably spooked everything. Thought I had a hit on the nymph. Looking fishy right in here. Ooh, geez, there! One just went flying by here. You could see that the water's like, you see some sediment coming down. It must have been, I don't know, swimming hard around in this area here and stirred up some sediment. That was a good sized fish that was running around too. Probably about 12, 13 inches. Oh, nice cast. That cast deserved the fish. Side arm under all those tree limbs. There's got to be a trout right down here. Another good looking run here. If I get a nice drift through there. Good first cast. There we go. It's got me into the rock. It's brown trout. All right. Nice. On the dry fly. Had a good first cast and a good float through there. Right in the lip there, nice. Beautiful wild brown. Look at the colors. Look at the fins, mouth. You know, it's a perfect specimen. Look at those fins. Look at those big oars. Look at that rudder. Wow, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at that lovely specimen. Beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, buttery wild brown on the Super Adams, right in the lip there. Handle nice and gentle, settles down, makes for a gorgeous little work of art. How the light really enhances and brings out those colors. So I got native brookies and wild browns in this stream. How about that sweet wild brown? Came up for the dry fly, came up for the Super Adams. First cast, excellent drift. Oh my God, I got a stonefly case on my arm right here. Check this out. Yay. It's too funny. It's a good sign. Some nice Wild Trout Man moments there. Hope you're enjoying the show. Got a native brookie, got a wild brown. I think the nice one I lost was a wild brown. I think that first one, I don't know, that was a little bit smaller than the first hit I had. On the submerged elk hair caddis, that was the first miss. First brookie was on a dry, the elk hair caddis came up to the surface, missed, I think, a nice wild brown on the dry. I think I had a Super Adams on at that time. And then again, the Super Adams with the beadhead pheasant tail doing the dry dropper here. A really nice run. Had a couple other really nice runs right below, but it wasn't as, the current wasn't as smooth coming through. The drift wasn't as true. This one, as soon as it went in, I said, oh my God, you know, nice drift, nice run right down the feeding lane. Wham. Big old hemlock came tumbling down here. Water's shallow. We'll work our way upstream. Got a ways to get back to the car. Not gonna be able to fish the entire way for sure. excellent run here. I had that one really nice hit on the first cast and didn't realize I had a little tangle between the dry and the dropper as I worked my way up, because it's a fantastic looking run. I was really expecting to get more action as I got up to that big boulder up there, but not realizing, boy, you got to check your fly. I haven't had a hit on the dropper. I think I'm just going right exclusively dry fly and just making things a little bit easier, working one fly on the surface. Wait till the fly passes where that fish came up. Take your time, get a good cast. Good chance that fish went flying upstream after I hooked it, spooking anything else. Might have had my chance here. This is a beautiful run. Average size fish here is pretty good. Oh, see, this is probably where I hooked that fish. It's knee deep here. They like water that's knee deep. This was an excellent run to fish this upper section and not realizing. I was having trouble casting too. It's like, God, I should have realized my line, my two flies were messed up. So I took off the dropper. Didn't have any action on it yet so far anyway. This would have been a great run to fish properly, and I messed it up. Oh, nice float there. Oh, geez, lost them. Yay, I was a little bit late. So many gnats buzzing around in front of my face. Yeah, that was a subtle take where I didn't really see the take as soon as I should have in order to set that hook. In the faster water, it was a little harder to see him take the dry fly. Ooh, I just saw one go flying up there. I just spooked one. That not even the one I had on. Dark color. Every fish that I've seen in the water that I spooked has been dark. Some nice dry fly water right here. Let's see if I can thread the needle. Oh, nice. Come on. Oh, yo, right down the feeding lane, and I might not get a, oh, I thought I wouldn't get another cast. I was gonna get stuck in that tree. Oh, another good cast. No takers. See if I can get not stuck on that tree there. Oh, nice. Let's go up a little further. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. That was a beautiful cast. Keep away from the tree. It's going downstream. Let's just work them over this way. It's a Brookie. Oh, it was a Brookie. Wow, beautiful Brookie. Look at him. There he is. Right there. Brook trout. Haha. Nice brook trout. I tried to force him over without using my net. I'm just laying right there. Cool. We're going to count him as a win. A Brookie on the super hams. Beautiful cast. Boy, thread at the needle there. That was sweet. Let's see if we can get another one in there. Almost as good. It got stuck on the rock. Maybe I could twitch it off. No. All right, let's try it again. Oh, there we go. Sidearm right in there. Let's get his buddy. You gotta have a buddy there. Ooh, right along the ledge. Gorgeous run. Nice water. I'm sure there's multiple trout there. Average size fish is really nice here. That was a good size, that was a decent sized brookie. Right there. That's where I got him, right there. Cast it up above the rock, floated it down. Might be another one. He might have been laying right under that rock shelf there. I shouldn't have walked by here, but I am. Nice deep bucket right there. I'm looking at that. That's what caught my eye. That looks good. It looks like good flow. Good flow for a dry fly. Nice even run. Fly should float nice if I get a good cast in there. Come on, there's definitely a trout here. Let's work our way up. Beautiful. Ooh, man. Look at that, right down with the bubbles. That was sweet. Still got some water to work up there. Gotta go left. Oh, really nice casts and drifts there. Beautiful deep run here. This is a good looking run. Look at that right there. Come on. Oh, that's a run where there's a really nice brown down there. I can guarantee it. You may not be looking at dry flies. Decent. There we go. Oh. Boy, this is the smallest one so far. I say the average size fish is pretty decent. Is it a brook or a brown? I'm anxious to get you in. What are you? ID'd brown trout. I was gonna say, you know, the average size fish is pretty decent. Where's the smaller dudes? Fly already popped out? Nope, the fly's in. Oh. Should pop out nice and easy there. There we go. Stellar wild brown, little guy. Not too shabby. Came up for the dry fly. Awesome. Look at that picturesque run. There's got to be a bigger guy in there as well. He was way at the front of the run. And look at this right here. This is big, beefy brown trout water right there. Or big, beefy native brookie. Somebody's ruling the roost down there. That's just too good of a feeding lane, too good of a habitat. You got all that rock work there to keep you nice and comfy, nice and secure. This big guy, this little guy was up at the front because I'm sure he was getting chased out of the prime real estate down here at the bottom. But it was really some nice turf. So yeah, got a good cast under the tree there. Yeah, if you're not catching squirrels, you're not fishing. Where am I? Nymphing a big old stonefly down this run. Might have been, it's a little bit slow though, maybe for a stonefly, for, you know, a weighted stonefly. Oh, look at these tracks. What do you think? Raccoon? There's my finger compared to them. Check out the video from I was out Penn's Creek and that raccoon came flying right at me trying to bite me. Oh, crazy, crazy. Might have been rabid. Very lucky I didn't get bit. I jumped just high enough where that raccoon wasn't able to latch onto my leg. It was really crazy. Unprovoked. Broad daylight. Came at me twice. Lucky I was able to jump with my boots on. Waders, boots, full vest. I think this is where I started fishing last time I was here. Or where I ended up. This is as far as I came down. Nice cast. Ooh. That was a cast that certainly could have produced a trout. As well as that. All right, I worked close, worked far, now I'm gonna work a little up. Really good drifts. Oh no, you got, oh geez. Let's hit some sunshine there. Ooh, missed him. Right in the sunshine. Didn't hook that fish. Maybe it'll come up again. Perfect. Right there. Boom. Ooh. One and done. Didn't go after it a second time. Nice. What a smart fish. Too bad there's not any type of bug hatching right now. There's just nothing coming off. But they're still coming up for these dry flies on occasion. No luck on the dropper. One hit when the dry was submerged. Nice spot right there. Right in the sunshine is where I had that one rise. Go up and take the dry. Right about there, boom. Good spot for a fish there. Up in the shade looks really nice too. There we go. Oh, nice fish. Nice, nice, nice. Looks like a brookie. Come on, Mr. Brookie. Or is it a brown? What is this guy? Oh, it's a brown. Thought you were a brookie. Fly is out. Fish is on. Nice wild brown on the dry fly. Feisty. You did fight bigger than what you're showing me here. Look at that guy. Nice golden buttercup. Some sweet water for that wild brown to call home. He's back swimming in his home. Pick him up in the Super Adams. Single fly. Gorgeous run. Look at this water here. Awesome that they're coming up for dry flies, and I haven't seen a bug on the water the entire day. Or a rise. No, not a single rise the entire day besides what's come up for my dry flies. Got to keep that fly floating natural. They got a couple cross currents there. It's making it tough. This section right here by this. Ooh, I just saw a rise. Oh my God, speaking of no rises, right at the tail end of this pool, a trout just came up. Oh, too far left. Bad first cast. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. There, oh. Go for it. A little further up. Too far out, too far out. Don't like when my fly line goes over the fish. Okay, come on. He was right there, right at the tail end. Wow, first rise and he's not coming up for my offering. Oh my gosh, come on. Nothing. Oh, jeez. God, That was a splash. Maybe it was a smaller fish. Yay. Well, that's cool. At least it came out for my offering. Big splash, no hook set. He missed, or I missed. One of us missed. Oh my God. Yay. He's bigger than what I thought. He did a backflip for it. There's no way he's gonna come up again. I'm slow on the draw, I guess, here. That was lots of water displaced. So as you're fishing upstream, you got to keep pulling line in, keep pulling, keep bringing line in, so you're ready to set the hook. I preach that all the time. I got to be a little quicker myself. Trying to do a sidearm up and in there. Oh, it's a little too fast. Oh man. Nice fish. Maybe he's, God, it got me under the log or what? Boy, he's fighting hard there. Gonna watch the tree above my head. Boy, this guy's not a big fish, but he's sure fighting. Oh, look at this brookie. Oh, magnificent. What does he have in his mouth? I guess that's my fly. Gorgeous native brookie. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You are beautiful. You are stunningly beautiful. In the shade. Boy, he came up and nailed it. Really nice native brookie there. Really nice battle as well. God, that's not a huge fish, but he hit like a freight train. Nice. That speckled color, that olives, all those olives and reds and blue halos. Pretty fish on the infamous Super Adams. Love that dry fly. Nice hefty fish. Smoking native brookie. Awesome, cool, spectacular. That was a beautiful, beautiful specimen on a dry fly on my lovely, wonderful Super Adams. Oh my God, how cool. Here's the hole. That run right there, look at that. Oh man, that's a home. Home for a native brook trout, Pennsylvania's finest. Gotta protect our native brookies. Gotta protect those awesome fish. Just spectacular. Good fight too, that was fun. He felt bigger than what he was. Oh, I love it. That gorgeous brookie was for my buddy Mark, who's on the mend. Get well soon, my friend, and let's get more adventures going. Hope to fish with you very soon, buddy. This looks really nice up here too. If I could get a good drift without that fast water at the tail pulling my line, make my fly speed up faster than what it should. Nice first cast. Right up by that hemlock. Oof. That was pretty good. Gotta be careful not to be banging the rocks here. Gotta stick in the middle of the stream there. Gonna go above it. Oh man, there it is. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. Oh. Oh man. That was a really good float. As is that one. Oh my gosh. Good, 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 good. Oof. Thought something was gonna slam it. Oh, there we go. At the front of the run. What do we got? Brown trout. There's brown trout there. Pop that fly out and send you on your way there. Oh. Sorry about that release, buddy. Yikes. All right, very nice. That was a good looking run. Worked it all the way up, worked it left, worked it right. Worked it below that branch. That was the branch causing issues where you couldn't cast in this area. You got to cast to work that end, and then cast up here and work down to it. And he was right up there in the fast water. Very nice. Not a good drift. Too much slow curtain in front of me. That's a better drift, but it's not the feeding lane. Though it is a deep section of the stream right there. Next there might be a trout line. But yeah, no, not a stellar drift fishing it from the side like this. I was just trying to move upstream and I said, oh my God, I got to make a cast. And now I got 100 gnats near me. After walking, they find you and then they leave you alone after a while. Let's give a cast in the faster water. Oh, had a hit. Didn't see my fly until I saw the rise. Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh. I think it's a little fish. I hit it twice. It's nice to catch little ones. They become the big ones. Right there, boom. That's where he hit twice. Oh, 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 another hit over there. Oh my gosh. Late on the draw. Right in the break between the two currents. Right there, bam. That's where he came up. All right, I remember this section from last time. My little honey hole's right around the corner up here. And that's what you call dry fly water there. Let's see if I see any fish coming on the way up there. Nice spot right there, nice deep section. Oh my God, look at how deep it is. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, really beautiful run. Deep, deep pool. Spectacular right there. Look at this. Wow, that looks nice. I don't have time to fish the lower section here. Gotta keep moving and maybe I'll make a cast at the front of the pool there. Oh, this looks really, really, really nice right through here. Under the tree, it's nice and dark and secluded. Wow. Keeps the water a little chilly. All right. Jeepers, all right, I'm gonna go in and cast up. See the feeding lane? The feeding lane is coming down this way. It starts up on the left and moves to the right. That's pretty good. Right in the middle. I decided too late to fish this. I probably spooked fish down below and spooked them upstream. They all ran. Yeah, this is really, really nice territory through here. I got up too close to it, I believe. You know, guaranteed that, you know, from where I caught fish today, you absolutely positively know there's fish in that run right there. That's too nice of a run. Another nice run right here as well. Look at this. Wow. And then, okay, right around the corner is my hole that I want to get to finish the day. He's a good cast, but these fish saw me already. Right down the feeding lane. Look at that. Boom, right there. Right there. Whammo. Excellent. Right, whole stretch right through there. This is the hole I caught that magnificent brookie in last time. Oh, jeepers, I had one. Fish on. Oh my gosh. God, he's fighting hard. Oh, it's a brookie. Wow. How about that? What a way to end the day. Look at that. Talking about wild browns all day. And look at that. Stunning. Look at that stunning native brookie. Oh, on the on the stonefly. Oh, beautiful. Wow. How about that stunning native brookie after all day talking about brown trout and brown trout. And this is a wild brown trout stream. Wow. Amazing native brookie here. So I just came up to the spot. I caught 2 black-nosed dace on this yellow stonefly while I was back in the grass tossing it in. And then I got stuck. And so I said, okay, I'm just going to, end the day there and walk in and get my fly. I did. And then I just stood still for about 10 minutes, just standing there, not moving. The fish came back, and I could see them down there right now. They're back swimming. I had to drop my stonefly back down there again. I just had it down there, and I start twitching it off the bottom. And whammo, this gorgeous, stunning, beautiful native brook trout comes to my net. Wow, what a battle too. And I had 7X. I had 7X, and I had 7X fluorocarbon on too, so I had to be really careful. Not that I was a monster, but he was pulling hard, and you got to be careful and bring him in the best you can without snapping the line. So that's always obviously a big factor. So I had to be gentle in pulling him in and keep him away from all of these tree limbs that are in the water here. That was pretty neat. I wanted to do an underwater release on him, but he got off and got away before I could make him an absolute superstar. That fish was. And how I love a yellow stonefly pattern. You see, I got out the marker, my brown marker. I carry a brown and black marker with me all the time, and just got a little brown on the top of that fly. The abdomen is a cream or yellow color, but not the top of that fly. And I caught those 2 dace, and it was just like, oh, this pool is done. And then I got stuck, so I walked out there, got my fly, got it unstuck, and I just stood there. And I saw the trout came back. They were laying on the bottom. I guess I thought they were brown trout. And I was able, with that yellow color, I was able to see my fly get down to the bottom, and then I just started dapping it up and down off the bottom. And the little small dace were very attracted to it and coming over and nipping at it. And all of a sudden, I had a hit or 2 prior to that. I wasn't sure, but it was like, wow, boom. I had a pretty decent tug where I thought I might have had one on. And then when that brookie hit, what a gorgeous fish. How healthy, just in the absolute prime of its life. However many years old that brookie is. If anybody has an idea, is that a 4-year-old brook trout? Is that a 5-year-old brook trout? Now, maybe 4 or 5 years, I would think, but that's, they don't live much longer than that. So absolutely in its prime, stunning colors. That was a male brookie getting ready for, it's gonna be spawning season shortly. So he's getting his spawning colors and just looking stunning. And the shape, that body, that abdomen, boy, he's been eating well. So I wasn't expecting to catch a fish pretty much all day today. It was just like, okay, let's just scout this out, see what we got here, and come back another time. But that really adds some fuel to the fire there. You got some gorgeous wild browns and just a stunning Savalinus fontinalis, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, our state fish. Lovely. What a wonderful, magical day. And it's starting to get a little chilly here. So, hey, this is what Wild Trout Man's all about. This is the stuff I cherish, the stuff I adore. And when I have free time, boy, this is where I like to be. Gonna finish the day here. Not much movement in the water. You know, I don't think that tree in the middle there was there last time. That must have came down. That's right where the fish was. It's right in the middle of the hole. It's shallower there, but sometimes they like to pick out bugs nice and easy off the top of the surface. Now there's a really deep section right where that big trunk is. That's where the water dropped. And that's where that brookie, along with a number of browns, right in there. Oh my gosh, it's almost impossible to get in there now with this tree the way it is. That's a quality home for a number of trout. Look at that big old tree and the protection this offers. And you got a deep hole right there. And there's no way to get a fly in. I was actually jigging a stonefly in there. Oh, there's tracks. It's like human tracks, deer tracks, and maybe some human. Yeah, look at some guy was fishing here. So that totally changed. Just all those trees, they weren't. That big branch wasn't there. I don't believe last time. That's where I caught him. I was jigging, boom, 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 jigging a stonefly. Guys who spin fish have it so much easier for a fishing spot like this. They could just little flick with the spinner, enough weight to get it out there, and yeah, there's a good float. It's a possibility. Somebody's hungry. Look at that, boom, right down the feeding lane. Oh, look at that juicy dry fly. Subsurface. Give it a little twitch. Oh, a little twitch. Look at that. Oh man, look at that. Come on. Oh, looks really good. Just giving it a little streamer twitch there. This spot, it's really deep right there. It's like probably up to your chest. All right. So this is good. This will protect fish, so they'll breed and spawn. We'll have some spawning fish that will definitely survive here and continue to propagate the species. Good day. Good day on the water. I'm gonna head to the trail this way. It'll probably be easier. Once I get to it, I can make good time on the trail. Back to my Jeep. Ooh, look at this here. This might have been the old stream bed coming through here. Wow, that would be nice. Look at this. Oh, flush. And that's a haul to get up the mountain right there. Maybe you could try it over here. All right. A climbing we shall go. All right. Let's go. Let's go straight up. Ooh, I thought the trail was right there. Made it. Nice. Awesome day on the water. I got to keep moving here, otherwise the gnats are just totally relentless. native brookies, wild browns, both of good size. I really enjoy seeing that, where you got nice sized native brookies along with the browns. So excellent. All on dry flies. Started off with the elk hair caddis and caught one, and I missed one, and I landed the elk hair caddis in a tree, and that was all she wrote. Went to the Super Adams and did the dry dropper. Had no action at all. I'm surprised on the dropper. Everything was on the dry, and it became even easier and even more productive when I lost the dropper. It was so much easier casting, pinpointing the casts, and picked up more trout and everything on the surface. So cool. Native brookies, wild browns. Oh, stellar scenery here. Look at this. So beautiful. Love that. So we need to protect this. Wild trout water. Help do your part to keep these streams cold, clean, and pristine. You know, you're not going to have warm water. Well, the water, it's 80 degrees. It's probably even warmer today. But around 2:30 it was 80 degrees. Stream temp was 65. With all this tree cover and you wouldn't have that. They need cold water. You need, you know, below 70 degrees, below even below 68. Keep that water cold. I didn't lift any rocks because I did previously when I was here. There was just nymphs everywhere. Oh, look at that. First rock. Wow. You don't think a beadhead pheasant tail or just a pheasant tail? That's a nice, looks like a March brown. I'm surprised there's no bugs on the water. I saw that one rise. That was it. Two, maybe a caddis and a stonefly just a little while ago. Saw those, and that was it. No bugs, but they were coming up to the surface. That is stellar. That is spectacular. Gotta love dry fly fishing, especially for wild trout. You know, these aren't stocked fish with their fins all rubbed off and no color and no fight in them. God, that one native brookie. What a battle. What a battle on that fish. You know, you'd think it was at least 2 or 3 inches bigger than what it was. So very cool. Hope you enjoyed the episode. As always, thank you for your support. Until next time, Wild Trout Man. All right, made it back to the ranch, made it back to my Jeep, and home sweet home. Had some missed opportunities today, but scored some really wild native brookies and wild brown trout, and had an awesome day, awesome time. It's great to be out with Mother Nature. It's great having you along for the ride. Hope you enjoyed the show. Until next time, Wild Trout Man. Thank you for your support.